as well. It's a pleasure to have the opportunity to discuss with you certain issues that are important for the Hungarian presidency and I think for all member states and the European Union in general. Our first working session today will deal with enhancing competitiveness and the rule of law through better lawmaking. As an outline, I would draw your attention to the fact that the recently adopted strategic agenda recognizes among its main priorities the importance of strengthening long-term competitiveness to build a more prosperous Europe. We, the Hungarian presidency, consider competitiveness one of our main priorities, and it is also one of the umbrella topics for today's discussion. Respect for rule of law is an equally important, omnipresent element in EU processes and discussion applicable to the EU as a whole, including all member states, EU institutions, bodies, offices and agencies alike. In the strategic agenda, leaders committed to better regulation, including by emphasizing the significance of working in an integrated, coordinated and coherent way across all policy areas and putting special focus on implementation. Leaders at the European Council this April declared the need for a better and smarter regulatory framework in service of the new European competitiveness deal. They highlighted the significance of the use of high-quality, timely and thorough impact assessment and competitiveness checks. These and other issues related to better lawmaking are also covered in the Commission's annual rule of law reports, whereby national rules of the Member States are already monitored and assessed. The Hungarian presidency believes that it is worth examining how we can enhance our competitiveness and at the same time strengthen the rule of law through better application of the already available instruments provided especially in the interinstitutional agreement on better lawmaking. We highlighted some important provisions of the interinstitutional agreement in our discussion note, which might serve as the basis for a constructive exchange of views today. It is especially timely now, at the start of the new institutional cycle, to hold a discussion among member states to highlight our expectations for the next institutional cycle. We suggested in the discussion note to focus on two specific instruments from the better lawmaking toolbox: the use of impact assessments as well as public and stakeholder consultations in the EU legislative process. As experience shows, there is some room for improvement in this regard. I would be particularly interested to hear your views on these specific aspects, but of course I also welcome your opinions on any other aspects how the legislative process can better contribute to the competitiveness and rule of law at the same time. I am looking forward to a stimulating exchange of views, and with that I open the floor for discussions. Those who would like to contribute, you can indicate your intention by pressing the right button on the instrument in front of you. I would ask you preferably to limit your contributions to 2 minutes so as to give everyone the possibility to chip in the discussion. In the spirit of institutional courtesy, I would give the floor first to a representative of the Commission to share with us the position of the Commission and stimulate our discussion. Deputy Director General, the floor is yours.